Hey, what's up, Exit the Matrix family? Bob here. Hey guys, just wanted to do a video as a follow up to the one I did yesterday. If you didn't get a chance to listen to that, it would be probably worth your time to listen to. There were four hidden truths that are kept from the public by government, religion, or just the mainstream control system. Um, but are truths and things that everybody should know. And so it'd be worth you checking those out. And so I wanted to add one more to that list, and this is the greatest one of all. And I would call this the good news. You know how Christians, when they are going around trying to get new people to join their church, they call it sharing the good news. Um, and that's fine and all. I'm not bashing that. However, I want to take that a step further beyond religion, something that every single human should know. And I just want you guys to understand that this truth that I have come to understand comes from many years of research into religious texts, not just the Bible, the New Testament, many, many books, Nag Hammadi, Hindu Vedas, um, other spiritual writings, channeled, clairvoyant writings, Nag Hammadi, Sumerian tablets, like all kinds of different sources. However, I've been on a kick for the last 6 months, just deep, deep diving life after death and near death experiences. Coming from the lips of those who actually were medically pronounced dead, went on the other side of the veil in their spirit form, met their spirit guides, met Yeshua, met, whatever, I guess, religious teachers that they believed in, and met God itself, and also. So, and then they came back. Usually you have a choice to come back to earth, or you can decide just to stay in your spirit body and let your human avatar go. We have different exit points when we come to earth, and sometimes we can choose to leave with that first exit point, but sometimes we can choose to stay on. So it doesn't happen to everybody. Some people go through all of life without having one of those experiences, but some people have many of them throughout their lives. So sometimes they're wake up calls that puts them back on track with what they were meant to do when they came here. But I didn't mean to get off on a tangent there, but all in all, what I have gift wrapped together as the final package, the final truth, out of all those studies, out of all the videos and um, testimonies of people that have had NDEs and after death experiences, is this simple truth that there is a God. You can call it the source, the creator of all. This God embodies completely love, energy, light, and creation. Every person that has seen God when they had an after death experience, they all describe God the same way, that it was not some old guy with a beard sitting on a throne waiting to judge them. No, this God is essentially the light that lightens up all of the heavenly realms. It is the central point of creation, and this light will speak to you. It'll answer all your questions, and it completely embraces you in total love. There is no judgment in heaven. There is no judgment. What we've come to understand in this world through various religions and spiritual teachings and everything is essentially mankind trying to conceptualize God. Because when we come into this world, when we incarnate through the female into the fetus, into this world, when our spirit is matched with a human avatar, we are cut off from all of the knowledge that our spirit knows. A lot of times people will talk about talking to their spirit guides or their higher self when they're on the other side. Essentially, the higher self is you. It's just the part of your spirit that doesn't come to earth. It's resides outside of the body. It's too big for the human body. It's a massive, huge energy field, a conscious energy, and that is your true self. But you're able to put part of your consciousness into the human avatar to experience this world. So you don't know when you're born, you don't know that you were literally just home and you left and you entered this odd realm where you don't know anything. You start getting programmed from the day you're born into human ways, depending on the culture that you're born into, the country, and the religion. You were programmed from that first day on. Many children, because they just were recently in heaven, in their spirit self, completely remember that to a certain degree, and they at least they have certain spiritual abilities still. Like a lot of times, young children can see spirits. They see past dead relatives. They speak to them. They have imaginary friends. They can see past the veil. They can see beings that the normal human can't. But that starts to fade away as children get a little older and they get more programmed. Now, some people are born with the gift to always have that gift open throughout this life. Those would be mediums, clairvoyants, psychics, and such. Prophets. I know many religions teach that psychics and mediumship and all that is evil and witchcraft and such. I question sometimes people that say that, and I say, "Well, what do you think the prophets were?" And immediately they always say, "Oh, well, they were humans that God spoke through." Like channeling? No, 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 not channeling. Like God did it. It was God writing through him. Let's be real, people. Channeling, psychics, prophets, and mediums, they're all essentially the same. They're human beings that, for whatever reason, have a strong connection to the spirit realm still, and part of that veil is open, or at least they can open and peek into that veil or through that veil sometimes. That's all it is. And truth be told, we all have these abilities, but they're asleep because we have been conditioned for so long on the earth that it's evil to see visions. It's evil to see spirits. It's evil to talk to angels, your guardian angels, dead relatives, or at least relatives that have passed back into the spirit realm, and such. But the truth is, we all have those abilities. We just shut them down from an early age because of teachings and people being afraid of those abilities. They push them down. They shut the door. And if you grew up in a household that had parents that said it was evil or witchcraft, or not to talk about that because people would think you're a freak or whatever, then those children, they just shut that door, or those young people. So what does that mean? It's simple. We are all fractals of God. We are the sons and daughters of God. We are co-creators with God. We are powerful, immortal beings. We are not these lowly, destitute, born into sin, worthless humans that religions teach. The reason why religions teach that, it's for money and power and control, just like it's always been. What do you think the sacrifices were about back in the days? Do you really think the creator of all, the source of all energy, love, and light, needs sacrificed animals burned at the altar? No. Let's critically think about this for a second. Where did you go to sacrifice animals to get good with God? You went to the local temple, synagogue, altar. And guess who you went to have these sacrifices done? You went to the priests. And the priests were the ones that took the best cuts of your animal and burned it at the altar and said you were sending up prayers to God for, asking for forgiveness, that you were, sending sacrifices to God. But the truth is that the priests had to eat, and they're smart. Guess what? They tricked you into giving them the best cuts of the animal, the fat. Oh yeah, the good parts. The parts that have the most collagen, the parts that have the most vitamins and minerals. The priest class has always lived well. Look at your preacher. For those of you that go to church, go check out their house sometime. Go check out their cars. Take a peek at their bank account if you could, and you would find that they live high off the hog, as the priest class always has. The priest class has never actually cared about telling you the truth of what you are. They've worked hard at conditioning you into thinking that you're a lowly, worthless human, you're lowest of the low, and you're probably going to burn in hell. Because that's fear. That's mind-based, trauma-based mind control. Similar to MK Ultra, it's always been used on the public by government, by rulers, by religion, by those in power, ever since the beginning of time. Nothing's new under the sun. You've just been lied to this whole time. You've been taught to fear your creator. You've been conditioned to fear your creator. Oh no, on one hand they'll tell you he loves you so much and he does so much for you. He even sacrificed himself for you. But the truth is that the creator is above all these earthly thoughts and conceptualizations about him, or it, I should say. I'm essentially, the source is the embodiment of the divine feminine and the divine masculine. That's another thing that's funny about most religions. Notice how they make God a male, but yet you're born through a female. All souls incarnate onto earth through the female tunnel. Oh yeah, but yet females have always been held back by the masculine powers that be. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm a male and I'm masculine. I think it's good to be a strong masculine figure. However, we all do have latent feminine powers within us also, just like females have masculine in them also. That's fine, because we are all fractals of that creator of all, of the source energy. So what's better to be told that you're a born into sin, lowly human being? If you commit sins and you don't ask for forgiveness, you'll burn in hell for eternity. You'll be the devil's plaything, right? Forever. Or your soul will be blotted out. I mean, that is some of the most despicable thing to teach somebody. Because the truth is, the creator is none of that. The creator loves all of his children, his sons and daughters. The creator would not blot out a single soul. That is all the teachings of mankind. Not one single person, and these are Christians, some of these were even pastors and such, that crossed over and came back, and they all say that the creator is not that. We have been lied to. Every religion has lied to us. Now, to be fair, there's many truths in every religion. It don't matter. The Quran, the Bible, the Hindu Vedas. In fact, the Hindu Vedas are actually closer to the true point of what the prime creator is. And they taught about Maya, the illusion of this world. And I would also say the Gnostics are on more point than what the Bible is, too. The Gnostics went way more in depth, explaining how this is a matrix we live in. It's a created simulation, and that the God that rules over this world is actually the devil. But most people worship the God of this world because they're tricked to do it. And they fear the Father, the creator of all, the mother, whatever you want to call God. They fear it. And it's so sad. Complete love has no hate, has no vengeance, has no retribution. Pure love is that, pure love. Total forgiveness, total understanding. We're here to experience duality. We're here to grow our souls. We are here to love. And sometimes we're here to hate. I know that sounds the opposite of what I've been talking about, but it's true. We all do dualistic things in this world. We all experience dualistic feelings, and we all do things that man would call sin. But the Father always forgives. He's not going to blot out a soul. We're his immortal children. Is it not easier to say that the Creator loves you? That you are pure love, pure consciousness, pure energy, and that you are a co-creator with your Creator. And your co-creator is training you, training your spirit, developing your spirit so that one day you can go create worlds and realms. Some people would say that's blasphemous. I don't really care, because I know deep in my heart, I know that's true. And I know my soul will not be blotted out because I don't follow a certain religion, because I don't ask forgiveness of a certain human person. And when people say, well, Yeshua was God, and Yeshua came here to teach us and to be the sacrifice for humankind, I would say yes, absolutely. Of course, Yeshua came here. That was his soul contract, was to come here and to raise the level, the vibration, and raise the awareness of love on the earth, because humans have been through barbarous times. And he was trying to teach people, you don't need to go to a temple, a church, to reach the Father. The kingdom of heaven is within. Your temple is your pineal gland. It's your mind. It's the point where your soul, your spirit connects with the human avatar. He was trying to teach us all this. He was trying to teach that we are all magnificent, that we are all powerful, that we all can heal, that we all can do miracles, because we are all sons and daughters of the one true creator of all. His message was beautiful, but it got twisted by religion for power and control by the priest class and the government class of the time. See, you're all being manipulated. Even you, my Christian brothers and sisters, even you, my Judean brothers and sisters, or my Muslim brothers and sisters. See, we are all brothers and sisters from the same source. And it don't matter what heinous acts you've committed here, or it don't matter how saintly you've been while you've been here. We are all still the sons and daughters of the Creator. And what happens on earth stays on earth. You're learning. You're learning duality. You're learning positive and negative. And you're learning what it's like to hurt others and what it's like to be hurt, what it's like to love others and what it's like to be loved. That's the simple truth. So I hope this good message reaches you all. I'm not trying to preach. I just want you to understand. Don't be afraid. Don't fall for the lies. Talk to God. God's there. He's within you. You're part of God. We all are. Everything's connected. God will listen to you, and God will help you, and He'll help direct you if you ask. And God loves you. And no matter what things you've done that you regret in this life, He'll still love you. And He will love you. He always loves you. Or, I'm sorry, a lot of times I refer to God as He and Him just simply because that's part of the conditioning that we all go through. It's kind of hard to, I mean, sometimes the right terminology when you're talking about a creator that embodies the divine feminine and the divine masculine in one, is the aspect of the father and the mother and the son and the daughter. Sometimes is kind of hard to explain in human words, but I think you get my drift. So anyways, guys, I love you guys. I hope this brings you good feelings. And if you're really angry with me, listen to this again and just listen to what I said, and then think and meditate and talk to God. If you don't believe me, I don't care. Talk to God. I'm spreading the truth that I know, and I'm spreading this truth that comes from hundreds of people I have listened to, from pastors to atheists to whatever, that have crossed over and were sent back to earth. And these are their stories. And I've drawn this and I've connected the dots with all that I've learned in various religions. And this is truth. At least it's the truth that I see. I guess we all have our own truths. But anyways, guys, I will talk to you later.